So something that I run into quite frequently when teaching different level people in my yoga practice is that some people want more while others find it too challenging. So finding that happy medium. We're going to focus on stretching today in our yoga practice, and you can see that, for someone who's a little more advanced, I've added some 1.5 pound ankle weights to each ankle, and we'll see what that looks like and how it feels. So we're going to start in tabletop position, fingers splayed underneath our shoulder girdle. You can see there's not really an arch in my back. Just to warm up our body, we'll start with some inhales, rounding our spine, finding our cat. And then on the exhale, we're gently bending our elbows, gaze comes forward, spine, belly relaxes to the ground. Inhale, curve your spine like a cat. Exhale, release, and look forward. Inhale, round your spine. Exhale, just see your gaze comes forward and up. So we lower our belly to the ground and create an arch in our back. Last one. Inhale, look inward toward your belly button. Exhale, gaze comes forward and up. We're going to curl our toes on the mat and find our way to a downward facing dog. We're going to bend both knees here. Really get as low as possible, almost like we're springing to the top of our mat, straightening our legs. Going deeply, and I'm really feeling a great release in my lower back. Remembering to breathe this whole time. Straightening your legs. And one last one. Almost try and reach those knees to the ground. And bring our right leg forward between our hands. Always find stability. So I'm framing out my foot, dropping my back left knee. And I circle my right arm up and over, looking over my shoulder, over my thumb. If you want more, you can always reach down for your foot. Try not to open your hips out. Try and keep your hips square to the top of your mat. And again, reclaim that gentle gaze over your right shoulder. A few breaths here. On your next exhale, release your foot, plant your left palm. Find that low lunge on the right side, arm circles up and over. Find stability, frame out your right foot, swing your right leg back, get and find downward facing dog. Take our left foot between our hands in a low lunge. You can plant your palms, you can have your fingertips grazing the mat. There's lots of great options while practicing. Again, we're going to drop our back right knee. We're going to lift our left arm up, make a big circle, raise your left ear, look back over your left shoulder, all the way down to your fingertips. If you want more, reach back. First, I find it easiest to bend my right leg. And I'm hooking this time, grabbing the outside of my right foot. Two more breaths. Last one. Exhale. Release your foot. Reclaim the low lunge on the left side. Arm circles back up and over. Find stability. Let's make our way to a plank. Let's lower very slowly. Or chaturanga. Find your way to your belly. We're going to reach back. Grab on the outside, the tops of our feet. Hold here. You should feel a good release in your quads. this might be enough for you. You can place your left cheek, right cheek to the mat, whatever feels good. Or I'm just resting on my chin. If you want more, flex your feet. Find your bow. Try not to put too much strain on your neck so my drishti comes down toward the top of my mat a little further. And then on my exhale, I release everything. Give myself one more squeeze. You can windshield wipe your legs side to side. I have my hands tucked by my chest, almost like I'm ready for a push-up. And then find neutral. Lower your legs back to the ground. Take it up to a baby cobra, a full cobra, upward facing dog. Looking at my elbows in my video, and I'm gonna just have a slight bend. I'm gonna untuck my feet, get myself back to a plank, push my hips up and back, downward facing dog. And whatever feels good to you, you can pedal out your feet. You can find stillness and breathe. I'm gonna bend my knees. I'm gonna step my right foot forward and through. I'm gonna straighten my legs in pyramid. I'm gonna really try and focus on squaring my hips as much as possible as I hinge forward. We don't wanna lock into our knee. So just play with slightly bending and straightening your front right leg. Be more, always remembering to breathe. Last one, bend and straighten. Step back to your plank. Move through your chaturanga, so elbows bend by side body. Nose touches your mat, chin, chest. Baby cobra up, or full cobra, upward facing dog. I like to roll over my toes, but step is always a great option. And we're gonna step our left leg forward and through. So to find this position, probably a low lunge on your left side is appropriate. And then we straighten our legs like we're on railroad tracks. You can always play with your movement. You can see I came up to a upright position, and then I hinge forward at my waist and make my way down to the mat. If you have blocks, you can place your hands on the highest position on blocks so you don't lock out of your knee. You can rest one hand to your shin or your thigh. If you're feeling extra bendy, you can bend over the front leg. And just to feel not locking out of your front leg, do some petite bends, the front leg, and straightening while remembering to breathe. And last one. Replant your palms, step back, move through your chaturanga. If you want to take an additional push-up, feel free to do so. And then meet me in downward facing dog. I'm going to go to lizard. So right leg comes forward, this time to the outside of your right hand as your fingertips lay forward on your mat. So I kind of have my elbow touching my right calf. I'm going to drop my left knee down to the ground on an angle. Really feeling that release in the front of my thigh. And then if you're feeling flexible today, you can drop your elbows and hold and breathe. I love the saying in yoga that the only way out is through, and I find this to be true when I'm in a posture, asana, and I find particularly challenging. I just breathe. And if that's too much, the visitor today, You can come up onto your palms. Swing my leg back. Here I'm on my knees. And I'm going to move through my chaturanga. It's up and back. Downward facing dog. Left leg comes to the outside of my left palm. I'm going to drop my knee. Reclaim my lizard pose here. So this might be where you stay today. You can uncurl your toes at the back of the mat, or you can make your way back down to your elbows. And breathe. Few more breaths. Palm, palm. So we're getting out in a safe way. So I'm re-straightening my back right leg. And I'm going to swing my left leg back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to your plank. We're going to move our left hand in towards center line. I'm going to turn on my left palm. I'm going to lift my hips. Vashisthasana, side plank. You can raise your top right leg. Because we're working on our stretch, you can reach down, grab your ankle, and straighten your leg. This is definitely an advancement, or feel free to just hold your side plank, whatever feels good in your practice today. Move through center, find stability. If you want to drop your knees, that's fine. Move through your vinyasa, upward facing dog, hips up and back, downward facing dog like an ocean wave. We roll forward to plank. We move our right hand toward center line. We roll on the edges. Our right foot. Hold here, and then decide what you'd like to do. Raise your hips, lift your leg, reach down, grab your ankle, take your leg up, arm up and over your head as our gaze goes up and under our elbow. Arm reaches back up. Forward and move through the chaturanga. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're going to step our right foot forward. We're going to bend our back left knee. We're going to find runner's lunge on the right side. So I have my fingers underneath my shoulder girdle. My front right foot is flexed, and if you want more, sit back, your glute onto your left heel, and you can take it down over your right leg. A few breaths here. To come out of this, I'm going to plant my palms. I'm going to roll forward, find my low lunge on my right leg, swing my leg back, move through chaturanga, upward facing dog, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg moves forward and through. And then I'm going to sit back, lower my right knee, flex my left foot, fingers are underneath my shoulders, or you can put them, if you have a block nearby, and place them on blocks. Scoot your heel or your hip back onto your foot Reach forward for your left ankle. And breathe. Two more breaths. Make them good ones. Let's place our palms down. Let's roll forward. Low lunge position. Find your plank. Move through. Your chaturanga. Upward facing. Hips up and back. Downward facing. High on tiptoes. Super bend in your knees like we did in the beginning. Hop to the top of the mat. And we're going to sit down onto our tush and roll one vertebrae at a time onto our mat. We're going to lift our right leg up to the sky. We're going to try and interlace our fingers behind the fleshy part of our thigh. If you want more, you can bring the leg closer to you by reaching for your calf. Wherever you are today is wherever you should be. You can have the foot flexed or pointed. You can play with both. You can roll your ankle. If you're here, you want an additional stretch, feel free to open your leg out to the side. See how that feels. Go in the opposite direction, so I'm going to tee my arm and then pop up on my left hip as I take the twist to the left side of the room. Move back through center and slowly lower the right leg to the mat. Let's try the left side. On your inhale, we raise the leg up, or on your exhale, whatever is comfortable in your breathing. The breath is so important, and whatever feels right for you. So I'm grabbing behind the fleshy, meaty part of my thigh, my left leg. Play with flexing, pointing the foot, rolling your ankle. You can slide your hands up your leg to meet your calf. Breathe into it. I know everyone's feeling this. If you want more, again, you can open your leg out to the side. Or you can cross it. Tee your left arm. You're taking a supine twist. And pop up onto your right hip. This is good for testing your balance too. A few more breaths. When you're ready, make your way back through center and lower your left leg to the ground and pop up onto the crown of our head as our arms slide by side body. I always love to take an inversion or a variation of an inversion during my practice. This is another way to just have the blood flow to the top of your head. And to come out, you can take your elbows, lift your head, just to kind of tuck your chin. Let's find Shavasana. For a few breaths. Complete relaxation as you breathe. Begin to awaken your body with movement. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll to a side of your choice in the fetal position. Here you can see I just have a supine twist of my body. And then make your way up to a seated position on your mat. Thank you for joining me for some gentle stretching, more intense stretching. I hope you made it your own. Thank you and namaste.